Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Building Empires Network. You have your host, Andrea Cruz, and Miss Cristina Franco.
Hello.
And today we decided to kind of come on ourselves because we want to kind of talk to you guys about all the upcoming events that we have and all the new stuff that we have coming up, for the new year. We want to help, a lot of the realtors that, they're saying that the market is going to get, crash and things like that. So we want to help realtors, like, what are the ways that you guys can market yourself differently and do things differently than other people? So.
Yeah, so that's one of the things we want to share with everybody is that tonight we're going to be at an event over at Flip, Texas. We'll put the address and information in there. I know that the links had said that it was already full. We have a couple more spaces available, so you guys can go over there. It's going to be ourselves and then Miss Rufino and some other individuals that will also be talking on a panel along with us.
Mhm.
So you're more than welcome to come. We'll put the information there. We have an event tomorrow that we will be attending. It's going to be super fun because it always is. Over at McIntyre's, if y'all want, y'all can go sit on the porch and swing with us. Let's chill and really communicate and network about business. And we like to do things on a chill. We think we learn a lot better on a chill mode than all stressed out and trying to over focus because, it's kind of hard to learn like that.
Yeah.
At least for me. And then another one, we have another event on the 15th. But we do want to, if all of you are trying to kind of spruce up your networking or whatever, we want to invite you. It's going to be December the 2nd. December 2nd.
No, December 6th.
December 6th. Okay, so December 6th, we're going to have our own event.
Mhm.
And our own event, we're going to be there with introducing you to a lot of people out there that can help you to promote your business, brand your business, network your business, and all those things. So now that I've already did my full day of sales pitches.
No, that ain't no sales pitch.
It's not a sales pitch, guys. We're really just bringing on the information. I think that's what's important. But one of the things is Andrea wanted to ask you guys, and she has a challenge for you. Tell them what your challenge is.
So my challenge, because I was telling Cristina, like, I always like to go to either like events or masterminds, but I like to go in already with the purpose, right? So like it could be like, hey, I want to meet a private lender, or it could be like, I want to meet an architect that could, or a wholesaler, whatever it may be. It's like, go in there with that one purpose that, hey, just don't show up and be like, oh, I just came for the drinks. I mean, those are nice, but leave with something, So my challenge is like, go out to network events. If you can come out to join us tonight, that would be great. And what is that one nugget that you're going to go in there with the purpose? Like, what is it that I want to learn and leave home tonight with this one nugget? Because that, if you do that per network event, or it could be per podcast, when you're watching a podcast, like a lot of people they're just listening to the podcast, but they don't even like, what are you learning, right? So always write down things that you learn and then say, okay, how can I implement this in my business? What can I do? Or it could be, well, whatever, life, business, whatever it is that you learn, make sure you are taking away some nuggets, from anything you listen to or from any network event. Surrounding yourself with the right people, guys, can definitely elevate you. I promise, because conversations are different. Ideas are different. We're always sharing ideas. Hey, how can we improve ourselves? How can we make our business? What things can we add in our business that could just improve by, 15%, 20%? So by elevating you with the right people, it just gives you ideas. I always get ideas. Just listening to somebody talk, I'm like, oh, you know what? That could work in my business. So my challenge for you guys is to try to go to a network event or to try to listen to a podcast. And what is that one nugget that you implemented or that you will implement in your business, and it's going to change it? So that's my challenge for you guys.
And that is her challenge. And I think that's an important challenge to take on, because when you get out there and you network, if you go out there and shake the hands with us or, go to one of these events, one of the things that you're going to do is meet the people, the important people. You're going to know the people that we're communicating with, because we want to make sure that we're communicating with the right people, and we're going to put you in the faces of the right people. So with that being said, like I said, over going to McIntyre's, AC Ramos is a person that taught me a lot. And if it's one nugget, just like Andrea said, yes, he mentioned, you came in, you kind of already knew, you just needed that tweak. And that's what it was. It was that calibration that I needed. And, and being in the right mindset with the right people that were doing what I was doing and moving forward and changing my mindset. So basically, it doesn't matter if you have a plumbing company, a construction company, an electrical company, whatever company you have, you can use implement our tactics at networking, sales, social media, coming on different podcasts, talking to different people. If you're a plumber, of course, a lot of us landlords need you. We need to know who you are, because we need to know, one, who you are, and make yourself available. Don't be the person that just put your phone number out there and you're not even answering. A lot of realtors are saying it's slow, but yet I see your ad on MLS and I'm calling because I want to buy and you don't answer.
Boom.
Boo. Boo.
Yeah.
So you can't, things were real nice a couple months ago. They were real nice. And you didn't have to answer your phone because shit was selling by itself. Things were moving on its own. And as soon as this whole wagon wheel, this whole car ran out of gas, everything turned into a wagon wheel. And so now you're going to have to really push. You're going to have to put on your boots and start pushing yourself. So that's why we said we want to challenge you to those things. Let's see where you are. Yeah. And we do want to know your feedback. Where are you with what you've learned from us? Now we brought you Muhammad Ajad. We brought you Wilmy. We brought you AC, Boris, Jonathan, Corey, the insurance guy. Omar. Did I say chorus? Corey. Oh, wait, it is Cody. Shit. Sorry. I was like, what? Anyway, Cody, I'm on coffee, guys. I'm on coffee. But one of the things is that, we brought so many people on here, and if I forgot any names, you already know who you are. But we brought so many people on here to forward you into where we're at and learn, because a lot of these people, they don't just do real estate, they have other businesses. Joe, he came on here, he spoke about his investments, but he also has a construction company. So we're always pushing and pulling, for people, and we're promoting people. And no, it's not that we expect anything out of it. We just want the community. I'm a community girl, and I think community is everything. And you are who you network with. Your network is your net worth.
And right now, guys, it's the time to get around people that are not scared. Because, who are your friends? Are they telling you, oh, slow down? Oh, you shouldn't do this. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Right now is not the time to invest in this.
The naysayers.
It's like, who's in your ear? Because I'll tell you, my friends were like, hey, what's the next move? What are we going to do? Because right now is the time to take advantage. You're going to have a lot of people that are not going to do nothing. So that's your time to shine and come out and get creative. And, we always like to meet new people because, hey, just because we know certain things, we also have our weaknesses. So it could be you to be like, oh, hey, I know how to do this really good. Or, hey, well, let's partner up on this, or let's partner up on that. So that's why it's good to have a good network of friends, because where you're lack, somebody else can have strengths on that, and you guys can help each other. So that's the reason why it's good to meet other people. Like, Cristina, she helps me, gives me advice on a lot of things. Same thing with her. I'll give her advice on a lot of things. So it's good that we change that information. And, when I go around other people, they'll tell me one little thing and I'm like, oh man, I'm going to do that. So it's very important that you guys surround yourself with the right people, that are bringing you up. Are these people, multiplying you, or are they going to subtract from you? Because if they're subtracting and you feel like all scared and all of this, then that means you're not in the right connection of people, and you need to level up your crowd.
Damn.
I wish I had a mic drop. You got to leave those old friends, behind that are just weighing you down, that you're trying to, improve yourself, or you're trying to do new things, and they're like, no, why? Don't do it. It's too much work. You're going to lose money. Nobody knows what's going to happen. No. It's what's going to happen is going to happen. So it's good to take that chance, because what if it goes good? What if it goes really good? You're never going to know. So I always like to take risks. I don't even know if it's going to be good or not, but I'm going to find out. So most of the time it's good. I know it's good.
We got the Midas touch, not the minus nice touch.
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
but hey, that's after so many bads.
Yeah,
right?
so many bads. We've had bads. We've had bads.
Yeah, but that's why you have to come out and network with people that are actually doing it, not that are like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, back in 2020, I was booming. Okay, that was
Yeah,
2020.
2020.
We're in 2022 now. I want to see, are you booming right now while
Yeah.
the crash is going? So we are, and we got proof to do it.
Yeah.
To show it up, to back it up. There
Back
you
it
go.
up. Back it up. Back it up.
But and so you want to surround yourself with those kind of people, that are really gonna be out there doing it, pushing you to do it. There are not no excuses, so come out and network with us.
Yeah. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to invite you into our circle, into our community. One thing that it's going to save you, I'm going to tell you right now, is a lot of trial and error. That can be costly.
Very.
Costly trial and error. A lot of individuals that have came on here have shared their losses and their gains. But once you lose something, it doesn't ever make up. You can't make up a loss because you can't make up for time and you can't make up for a loss. So that's something that if we can push you forward, and it's not, like I said, it's not just real estate, because like I said, I have Martin's Hardware and a lending company. Andrea has her husband that has all his acquisitions and the remodeling and everything on that part. We have different networks and avenues of what we do. But the thing is like a woman, we're like little octopuses. We can delegate and separate everything and we manage it, but we have our teams behind us that, push and pull, like my kids, they do a lot of the construction on my buildings. The other one does the HVAC. The other one does the structural. My daughters, they handle all the books while I'm out here doing what I'm doing. So that's what's very important. And that's something Andrea does a lot. She delegates, and she's very good in the virtual realm, putting up systems and processes. And that's what people don't know. A lot of people, if you are your business and you're not talking about your business, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to hire somebody to talk about your business, and that person can have a shitty attitude and it will ruin your business. Or you're going to put somebody out there that's too soft and they're not bringing you business. Everybody gets into business to be able to do a service. That is what it's about. And if God gave you the will and the hands to do it, then you better work your fruits of your labor, because that's how it's going to be a return. I'm always out here talking about my business, even other friends' businesses. Why? Because if I was in the office stuck there, I would be doing nothing else but answering the phones. So you have to learn to delegate those. Andrea uses VAs all day long, and you vouch for it, right?
Yeah, I really like it because they see, the thing with the VAs, they're like robots if you train them correctly. You got to take your time, and they do exactly what you want them to do. So it makes it a little bit easier for me because I can just delegate little things. And
affordable.
Oh yeah, very, very, very. I mean, with one person I was paying here, I got me like, 2 VAs and I mean, it's a little different because I know they're like, well, they're here in America, but VAs are actually a lot more grateful than like if you give them a bonus for, it could be a little bit. They're like, oh, thank you. And they work a lot more harder versus, people here, they're like, oh, they feel the need, like with everything going up, they want to get paid. But, the way with real estate, if you're not bringing deals, nobody's getting paid. So that's where a lot of, it makes it a little bit harder because a lot of people don't know how to do sales, and then they're afraid to work on commission. So they want you to pay them, certain salary, which I get, right? But, certain things that you're going to have to really work your butt off to do. So that's why I like to do virtual, because you train them, they're good. They make it happen.
And that's something that I have a very big problem with. And it irritates me because I pay people to stay at a desk all day long to take calls, answer phones, and register those customers into a CRM. My salespeople refuse. So I'll be going virtual and hoping that, I'm going to see the big difference, because every number that comes in on those call rails and all the calls that come in are recorded, registered, and everything. I am getting my CRM, your database. If you walk around and you meet somebody and you don't take their number, guess what? You just lost your point of contact. Probably one of the biggest,
Yeah.
customers or
Exactly.
your connects. You just lost a connection. And what happens when you're trying to get up here and you're connected and that link breaks, you just fall. So
Yeah.
that's what's happening in my world. So yes, virtual assistants and all that is really, really necessary. And that's what, one of our people came over here, one of our guests came over here, and they were blown away by Andrea's sources and systems. Why? Because a lot of people were doing it the old way. We're calling, we're doing this, but we are valuable. And you have to understand your brand. You are valuable. If you're not out there promoting yourself and actually taking that step to meet different people, then you're not going to grow. If you're comfortable with just the first 5 you've got, then you're only going to go that first 5 and that's it. This hand will never know this hand, and you're never going to celebrate because you're stuck. So you really have to network and get out there and start building your brand.
Right.
We do social media, we pay for it. We have to do what you're going to get what you pay for. Do not go out there and think, oh my God, it's too expensive. It costs more not to move forward.
Yeah. It's more expensive not doing it.
Yeah. And you're going to go to McDonald's about 10 times a month, add that shit up real quick, and there you go.
And not only that, whenever I used to mastermind and they would be like, how much did you pay for that? I'm like, I pay this much. They're like, what? I would never. But you know what? It would, like I said, it would take 2 nuggets that I took from there and I put it in my business. And it's like, bam, it got me a deal of a higher, assignment fee and things like that. So to me, it's an investment. I paid that to get triple of what I paid for by learning how someone does it easier. Because my thing is, how can I do this easier and how can this be scalable?
Right.
So it's like, you got to go out there and learn it and figure out. If you trying to do everything yourself, you're never going to scale. You're going to burn yourself out. You're going to go to the hospital and then you're like, I can't do this. But that's because you're not doing it right. You're not leveraging. You're supposed to only do what you love to do. Like we love to talk. We love to meet people. So that's what we're doing while we have other people actually working in our business so they can just, keep operating everything. And that's what we want to learn. We want to teach you guys is how can you guys delegate, especially like realtors. You guys never answer the phone.
No.
Well, you know what? You're losing a lot of money. Why don't you hire a VA to take all of your calls, so that way you're not missing no leads. And so that's the kind of things that we want to teach you guys, because for the new year in 2023, if you're still doing everything, you're starting off wrong.
Right.
You need to learn, step up your game, level up your friends, level up your business, your brand. Everything needs to be level up for the new coming year. If you're still using your headshots from 10 years ago, I mean, come on now, you don't look like that. We need to level you up. We need to update those pictures. So, I mean, things like that. Like
I have extra cards, okay?
Yeah, you gotta to me, I like to surround myself that people that want to level up because then they make me want to level up.
Right.
If you're with people that just content, like, oh man, I'm doing good. I'm getting 2-3 deals a week. I'm paying the bills. I'm like, really?
Nope.
I mean, is that all you got into this business for? Just to survive? I don't think so. I want to make sure that I can level up as much as I like my full potential, everything I got. I want to make sure I'm pouring it in to level up, because then you level up, the people around you, your kids level up, everybody around you levels up. So, and not only that, it shows your standards. Like, where are you in life? Like, so what, you're just content with that car? No, get you a better car, So I like to do that, because then you're never like, okay, I made it. You have something to look forward to every day, to wake up like, hey man, I want to get that new car. I'm already okay with this car, but now I want this one, because now you're leveling your mindset, because now it's going to require a new you to get that car. So I get excited. For that, because then who is that new me that's going to be coming, in a year or two, we're starting like this. Where am I going to be in a year or two? I'm excited. I wake up to that, because if I keep staying consistent on what I'm doing, putting my posts out there, putting your posts over a year, you're going to be like, dang, I got all these followers. It's going to change. But if you're not doing these consistency, if you're not trying to level up consistently, if it's just like, 1 month, I watched a motivational video for the first week and I'm leveled up. No, it's every day, because every day you get 1% better if you choose to, or you could get 1% worse. So you got to make sure that you go around the right people that are going to get you where you want to go.
Right.
So
Right.
That's where
And I think another thing where you have to be is the relationships that you build. Stay away from gossip, stay away from envy, and be happy for the next person as they're growing. Because
exactly.
that is where everybody false, because they think that just because they didn't get there because he got the one and done doesn't mean that you're not going to get it if you don't put the effort. You know, everybody has to put that same effort, and this is not an easy game. Nothing in life is an easy game. And I'm going to tell you what, you know, you have to put yourself out there. Okay, the other day I was going down 1960, I hadn't changed my oil. A guy had a sign out there, bay open, and I needed what? An oil change. The bay's open. I went over there. Why? Because he put himself out there. Had I not seen that sign, bay open, I would have been like, you know,
Right.
but I did a U-turn and I went in. And that's the thing. You have to U-turn yourself. You have to bring the advantage, and you have to take advantage of a situation. We put signs out that we buy houses. Yesterday, my son put out a sign right there in front of my store. I always get the best deals. We got a triplex, you know, 3 houses. And I promise you, very close to under 100,000. Where do you get it in these times?
Hell no. Where's that?
Nah,
Share that address.
I'm gonna keep it. No, but that's one of the things. You know, I try to really buy a lot of triplexes or 4s and 10s and 12s or whatever above 1. Why? Because if one doesn't pay, I want the other 2 to make up for what I'm not losing. I can't lose. You can't afford to lose in anything. Yes, it's okay to have houses and sell them, but you have to structure it correctly, because a house can swallow you whole. If you go and it's like you're going to a pawn shop and you're trying to take your house there and get the most out of it, or you're buying a house and you're pawning your money into this house for, you know, $1,000 back a month. Like, hell no, it's going to take you a long time. I have to see my money back fast. And so when you know numbers and you know how to calculate things and really break it down, that's what you need to know. Because some people say, oh yeah, that's a badass house. Buy that house, buy that car, buy that business, buy whatever. It's already a business that's up and running. But if you don't know P&L, if you don't know breakdown, if you don't know what, you know, certain commissions are requiring for you to even have that business, you're going to buy someone's problem. You know, you're going to buy someone's problem. And I will tell you that but with experience, we opened up a mechanic shop, and it had the inspection shop. Okay, all that. There's a lot of requirements to that stuff. Nowadays, the machine was too old. We bought it. The machine was too old. Second, it wasn't registered. Third, the oil, where the oil gets dropped on the bottom, it wasn't TCEQ what is it? Approved. ABCDE. Yeah, it wasn't all those things. So think about it. You go and you buy this business thinking, hell yeah, he's making this money. But did you really follow through, or did you follow the shiny object syndrome? You know, because you wanted to buy someone's lifestyle. You have to know that your life is your life. You got to be happy for people, but you got to understand that you got to grow on your own. Because if I put you at the top of the totem pole, right, and you want to get down, how in the hell are you going to get back up?
And it's not going to be the same thing. I met Cristina 4 years ago?
Yeah.
And
no.
I was
How old is Scarlett?
6.
Okay, 5. Yeah, she was barely born. Yeah. She was a month and a half old.
And when I met Cristina, I mean, I was at a very a crazy place in my life. You know, I wasn't sleeping. I just had a newborn. I had taken a huge loss on a flip, a bad loss. And you know what? I met her. And when I met her, I thought, you know, I was like, wow, I can't believe her. She has all these businesses. She has this, that. I was happy for her, and we were working. I was never like, oh, well, damn. To me, she inspired me to get there, wanting to do that. And I did. It was hey, you know what? After a while, I was and I was going through my problems, but I was never hey, Cristina, because of my problems, I'm not where I'm at. I was I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get there. Let's work together. What do I got to do? Let's do it. But I wasn't because I haven't slept, I can't do this. I'm tell me what do I need to do. Even I look like crap right now. I'm going to get it done. But that's what I'm saying, guys. You're going to be in a part of your life where you're going to be damn, I want to get there. You will get there. I swear you will get there. But you got to put your hard work, and it's going to, have some tears in there. Oh, yeah. You're going to fail. But you will get there. You will get there. Because I always go back and I'm damn, I remember where I used to be and where I'm at now. Right. If I would have given up with all the challenges and I took huge losses, I would not be where I'm at right now. Yeah. And I feel life, it's okay, you want that blessing. Well, you kind of have to fight through that blessing, because it's going to require a person of you to have that blessing. So you can't, if you have a different mindset and you want a blessing, then God's like, no, you're not there yet at a person, at a level of your mindset is not there to receive that blessing yet. So that's where your failures come in, because then you're like, dang, like I needed this to have this, because I didn't know what I know now. So, you know, and that's what it takes, guys. So, I mean, I'm just saying, because a lot of people they don't want no pressure. They don't want to, they want to live a stress-free life, you know, and then that's why you're broke, because, you know, there's nothing that's making you grow. So.
Another thing is, you can't make other people's problems personal problems, not financial, but personal, you know, aspects, your problem. Because you don't know if somebody didn't like me, which a lot of people probably didn't, which I don't give two shits. But the thing is that if Andrea wouldn't have took that notion on me to just, you know, try the way I was or whatever, we've been good.
Yeah,
we've been good. I mean, when you went and started your business, we still did business.
Yeah,
that is business.
Yeah,
friendship is one thing and business is another. My marriage is one thing, but 8 to 5, it's another. You know, and you have to know when to turn it off and on. And if you learn how to turn things off and on, then you will understand. My kids even know that yes, I'm mom, but during this time, you know, I'm still at work. We're at work. We have to make this work. If you don't, then you're never going to win. Another thing that I do tell people is stop raising, you know, they say, why do we have such lazy kids? Because we have a lot of business owners now. We have a lot of millionaires now. It's easy to be a millionaire. It really is. Just do things 10 times and you'll see how much you grow. Okay. But one of the things is, we're raising these kids in the mentality that everything I got is yours. So why in the hell do I have to do anything? Hell no. You're going to work. You're going to work. You're going to get it. Oh, even my grandkids. Like, I want to do
sell the lemonades.
I want them to do things to understand what happens. You know, even everything is educational. If they send those damn candies home, you know, with the kids from school and they're selling it for $1, you have to tell the kids, baby, that they're not getting all these dollars. It actually costs about 80 cents for this candy. So they're taking 20 cents. Show them $1, show them 20 cents, and they will see the difference. Unless you're Alana and you're like, well, you got 2. But, you know, she'll see 2 dimes and she'll be like, oh my God, that's more than 1. No, but you have to make them understand the value of $1. And that's why we have so many kids that are so damn lazy today, because they're like, shit, mama's got it, daddy's got it. You got to make them earn it. Give them the chore charts. I got so bad with my Mexican thing. Chore charts. There you go. Chore charts. Yeah, you have to give them chores. You have to give them something to work for, because if you don't, then what's the point? We remember that even in employees, relationships, and families, you don't have bad kids. You've got bad parents, because it is us who is supposed to teach them. And I tell my husband, we don't have bad employees. We are bad employers. We are bad leaders. Okay. When you have, you know, you have either the gang mentality or you got the church mentality. Let's just put it like that. You know, you follow the pastor, you follow the crib. I don't care what the crib is, but that's what it is, you know, and I mean,
follow the blood.
You follow the blood, you know, but that's what it is. You have to understand, you have to instill, you know, some morals, and you have to draw the line. You got to put your boundaries, because if you don't, then your kids will not follow. My kids are very successful because we put it out there. We're not rich. We work, and they find their things, they do their things, and they work. You know, they work. They look like they work. You know, my kids don't walk around all prim and proper. You know, they're little worker bees. You know, they have their businesses. You have to set
they walk with a slight limp.
They walk with a limp.
Just kidding, guys.
No, they do. But, you know, you have to. My daughter, you know, she's still in school. She's still doing things. You know, you have to instill that in them. Yeah. You know, this isn't a relaxed life, because we are who we are because we face those struggles. And if you weaken that link, then know your kid's not going to be as strong as you are. And that's something we want to give them more than what we had. Okay. Then give them the knowledge to do more than what we've done. That's what's important to me. And that's what's important even in a relationship. I want you to be more than what I am. I don't want you. And I tell her, I don't want you to make the mistakes that I have. You're going to be there at a younger age than where I'm at. So it's a big difference. And you have to understand that when you get to that point, I always.
Damn, how many phones do you have?
That's not my phone.
Oh.
I think that's Ninoska. She probably left
Okay, I
it.
see.
Yeah. So we're random. We're random. No, but we're going to start having, some meetups. We want to grow our community because like I said, when I was working with Andrea, she would bring deals to me. And then I bring them to my buyers and I find the loans and I do this. And that's what keeps it afloat. Everybody stays in their lane. And that's what's important. There's a lot of people, well, I want to know, but you don't come forward. Or you get mad like them bitches think they know it all. We would tell you, but you don't come forward. Even guys, sometimes y'all the worst. These guys over here shit.
They're like, oh my god,
Cristina, really? No, it's hard because we're moms. I'm a grandma already. We go through all those things, but that's what we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, and we also have a community that we're gonna call it Collective Minds. It's really cool because it's like a selective community. We're not just gonna let anybody, but it's putting a lot of minds together in different industry, different, backgrounds and putting it together, because the more valuable you become, the more you learn, the more you know how to do certain things, you become more valuable to the marketplace. You get to offer more. You get to be like, oh, okay, I know how to solve that problem because I know. So we're going to have that. It's called Collective Minds. We still have a little things that we're going to do, but that's going to be coming in at the end of December.
Yeah.
And I'm excited about that, guys, because it's like, we're going to share information, her information, my information, everybody that is in that community information, so we can all like mastermind together. There's definitely power in mastermind, I promise, because I've learned so many things from masterminds that I go to, and it's with high level people, because it's like, wow, now that's how they do it, so make sure, like I said, level yourself up of who you're hanging out with, or at least who is in your ear. So that way, like I said, the more you learn, the more valuable you become.
Yeah, because this is a pivotal point, guys. We're going into,
the unknown.
The unknown. But we're going into but we're going in there, And one of the things is that, we have holidays coming. We've got Christmas, Thanksgiving coming and Christmas coming. And then you get your new year. And if you're lucky, you get a little check coming in. Whatever. I don't. I got to pay. Fuck. Okay, whatever. But anyway, one of the things with that being said, you need to use this time to be very pivotal. You need to be able to prepare.
Preparation.
I don't know what's up with me. Like I'm real shaky.
Is those the gummies?
I didn't have a gummy this morning.
It's the gummies.
I usually take a bite of a gummy because it keeps me like real like, lower pace. Yeah.
She's like, hey guys.
Hey.
And we're gonna do it hippie style.
No, but it's really important, guys. So we want to help people get to their pivotal point, and but learn to prepare. Can you imagine you have 2 months to prepare to jump into the new year? Like, I'm ready for this.
If you're not even starting like right now, you're late already. Because I've been preparing whenever I go to the last quarter, I'll always prepare that quarter for the new year. Change things. What is working? What's not working? I like to look at how my whole year went, and I'm like, okay, this worked more. I can do a little bit of more of this. Update anything. Update my credibility packet. Update my logo. Update things because you want to look refreshed in the new year.
That's what it is.
Come in with a new slogan. Like, go in with the new year with everything you got. Like, I'm ready. I'm ready for whatever life has to throw at me. Like, whatever it is, I always say, I'm never ready, but I'll get ready. So you got to come in with that mindset, that I'm ready mindset. Not that, oh my God, I don't know what's going to happen. Screw that. Whatever happens. You're going to be all right. So you're either going to learn from it or you're going to win. So either or, you're not going to lose. So that's why I'm saying you got to make sure you prepare yourself. sit down with people to see what people are doing for the coming year. Whatever it is, if you're a realtor, whatever it may be, your background, go figure out what people are doing, to make it easier, to look more professional, because I mean, you're competing with with so many different companies. And so if you're still doing the same thing that you did back in 2020, you are leaving a lot of money in the table, because those days are gone, my friend.
Ryan.
All right. Those are gone, my friend. You need to come in with new skills.
Yeah.
And the way this market is going, you're going to have to get new skills probably every month or two, because you got to keep up with everything. Keep up with the social media, with the TikTok, the pickpock. I mean, they come up with all kinds of stuff now. So keep up with it. And if you don't want to do it, then hire somebody to do it. But don't not add it in your business because you don't know how to do it. Hire someone to do it and look at it as an investment. Like, hey, let me see how much this person is going to triple my business just by adding this to my business. So it's good to go out there and see what other people are doing.
Yeah. And you have to if you ever go to Walmart, you see that their front entry is always seasonal. And that's how you have to be. You have to be seasonal, because you bring the mode. You know what I'm saying? Like today, we're Go Stros. It's a season. It's Astros season, baseball season. So you have to approach it seasonal. If it's Christmas time, that it's a diverse in Christmas, because you got people.
And you're going to see us dressed as Santa at Christmas time.
I know, right? Can't wait for Easter.
Right.
Oh, shit. No, but one of the things is that you have to be seasonal. You have to bring that, when it's autumn season and fall season, you bring that warmth. You have to understand that, it's not all just the pumpkin. It's just the warmth. You be a little bit more graceful, more giving, more approachable, because these are the times right now that a lot of people have lost their families. We got a lot of dads going in single, a lot of mom going in single and stressful with 4 or 5 kids, so you have to be more graceful and giving at this time, and that could just be a smile, a phone call, a hug, something very simple, and it doesn't cost you anything, just to be caring, so everything is so seasonal. And so, like I said, so just like Walmart, they always change their entry. It always looks different, but I'll tell you, they always have them Oreos out there.
They always have the toys.
They always have the
kids,
toys
man.
and the Oreos. I always see the Oreos next to toys. Yeah. But they always throw things out there. Why? Because those are reminders. Those are reminders that you might need it. So we're going to always throw out different type of things to you, because those are reminders. Hey, you might need this. You might need to know about title. You might need to know about insurance, inspections, and plumbing and electrical. Those are the things that we give out. So we are kind of more seasonal, but we're more preparing you, and we're pivotal. So that's
and how to set up also, one of the things that goes back with the, for like realtors is are you following up with your clients, from month to month? And that's one of the
using a CRM,
that's one of the things that we wanted to kind of bring to you guys, like where you do a video of just you, and every month it sends out to all of your clients, because you want people to remember who you are. Even if you already sold them a house, and it doesn't matter if some of a friend happens to just talk like, hey, I was really thinking about selling my house, and then you end up to have that video that you have on a drip that sends every month.
Yeah.
And then they see your video, be like, oh my God, my friend just told me. So you got to be in people's minds every month. Like, hey, it's me again, and all of that could be automated. You don't have to sit and think like, oh my God, I got to, think about send this video. I got to think about it. You need to learn how to automate your business where it's just working for you while you're doing what you're good at, which is either showing your houses or whatever it is, building your brand, things like that. So those are the things that we want to share with you guys, is how to level up in 2023 so you can bring more business. Things are getting a little tighter, guys. So you got to really level up.
Right.
So come out and network with us, ask us questions. We want to also introduce you to our, the guys that do our podcast, because they're the ones who, they're going to create a package for you guys to make sure that you have the right branding for the 2023. So we would like for you guys to come and meet them. And anything else that you want to add to that, Cristina?
No, I think we done went random all day.
I know, right?
No, guys, I really hope you get something out of this. And, if you've been on the edge of wanting to know a little bit more about real estate, join people that are actually doing it, but doing it. Okay, not just saying and teaching that they're doing it. Okay, because
or that they did it 2 years ago,
or that it's so
and they were good in 2
freaking
years
different.
ago.
Yeah,
because it's so different. Everybody was booming 2 years ago.
Yeah, and make sure. I know there's people out there doing subject twos, and they're showing subject two classes, or they're showing foreclosure classes, but they're not telling you what comes behind it. Okay, if we go now, if you get the pre-foreclosure list, you already see everything. But if you buy a foreclosure at the auction, it's just a bunch of people overbidding on a property just to wait to see if the owner's going to claim it. They make another 25% on it. You get if it's yours, and you get the property back. But if you buy it, like myself, we've had to sit literally almost 2 years on a property because we bought it, and and that was the longest we ever had to wait. Then the 6 months, the 2 years. I've gotten lucky where I went and found the owner and paid them off a little, and they weren't going to use their rights to redeem. But the thing is that, do you really need your money sitting there that long? Or could you have already been, flipping, doing other things? So it's kind of looking at the light through the tunnel, because there's always so much different things out there.
Cristina is a history of mistakes, right?
Right. Yeah.
Anything that you can think of that could go wrong has happened to her, and that's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Because, well, not in a good way, but I'm just saying, you get to ask, hey, you guys working on a sub 2, she's already on everything you can think of, years and years of experience.
Because I have landlords.
Years and years of fucking up.
That's what it is. And I'm going to tell you why it was years of fuck ups. Because one, not because I couldn't pay at the time, but not because I didn't want to. I couldn't pay at the time, but I jumped into bigger boats. Yeah. I just took it on like, okay, let's take it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it. And I didn't know, and I didn't understand. So if you really want to go into a bigger niche that's bigger and above you, you want to get coached and mentored the right way. You really do. So it really depends on who you work with, because like I said, it will save you not just the time, but the money behind the mistakes. And big things, have happened to me, like literally on a subject to calling a note due, and you're just like, what? You don't know. What do you mean called it due? Due to what? You don't know. And really that was my mentality. Due to what? What are you talking about? And then I learned. So
like, due to your ass not paying.
Yeah, no, I was paying. No, but then you have to get, attorneys.
And you're like, well, due to the fact that I didn't know
that. Shoot, no, they'll always get you. No, but it's a subject to is make sure you're learning from somebody that really knows. And then, if you're going to go into these foreclosures, everybody's teaching foreclosure and pre-foreclosure stuff, make sure they're telling you everything, how to comp it, do your due diligence. Is the market really moving there? What are the schools like? There's a lot to it. You don't want to buy a bus. You don't want to buy someone's headache. You don't. That is not how you start your business. If you're looking at a business, we went and we evaluated a business together the other day, and it was a gas station. And I was like, okay, there's a lot of different things to that. How you're going to buy the gas, who you're going to, because they're co-ops. It's just like with me. A lot of people think they can open up a Home Depot on the side of the road, but where are you getting your material from? We work in co-ops. And that means there's if you got 5 people, buying to buy it cheaper, well, we got thousands of people buying it to get it cheaper so that we can be competitive in pricing. So things work like that. So there's so much in this head. It's crazy, but you just have to kind of really take the time, think it through what you want to do, network with the right people. And whenever you go to meet somebody like me, Jesus, Miguel, Andrea, have your questions ready, because you can go on with, hey girl, and that just time for that. That just changed the whole mood. Have your questions ready. And if you have tell me what the fuck you want. That's Andrea. Hurry up and get to it. I gotta go. No, I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry. No, but that's one of the main things. You have to have your questions ready. If you have questions for me, write them down. Text them to me. Hey girl, we're gonna meet on this day. I want to ask you this. Prepare me for our conversation. Don't take anybody, and just come off like, hey, what about it? I don't know. What's your situation? because everybody's situation is different. So for me to answer somebody's question, I really have to analyze the entire situation because there's something behind it versus, just me give you an answer. Because I'm going to give you an answer and tell you what to do, and you're still not going to figure it out because there's a rooted situation over here that needs to be fixed first. So that's how I usually do it whenever I have certain people work with me. We kind of time is everything. So anywho, we've had you on long enough. So remember, tonight we're going to be over there.
Come out.
Yes, it's going to start at 7:00. So it's a little bit later, and it's right here off of 290. We'll go ahead and put the address and the invite in the comments. And then tomorrow, you really want to come out. Let's sit on the porch and swing.
Yes. And if you guys come out, and if you are like one of our viewers that came out and network, we're going to write your name down and we're going to do a raffle. And if we pick out your name, you'll get a free headshot with makeup and a reel or a short that goes with it. So make sure to come out. Let us know, hey, I'm coming out because I was watching the podcast earlier today, and we're going to put your name, and then we're going to do a raffle, and whoever wins will get a free, makeup done, hair done.
And your holiday, your headshot with your holiday reel.
Put it as your profile picture, whatever it is you want to do with it.
There you go.
So, yeah, make sure you come up to us and introduce yourself.
Yeah, because we want to know. We want to know. She was eating the other day, and somebody said, "Hey, I saw you." Yeah, I don't know where she puts it. I can't keep up with it. But you guys have a great day. Thank you for always staying tuned with us and keeping us growing, because we've grown. We are on episode 29.
Nice.
Wow. And how many weeks are in a year? 36? No. How many weeks are in a year?
I don't know. You're getting challenging now.
That was too much. But anyway, bye.
That question. How many weeks are in a year?
You see, I need to come with those questions first. But
anyway, she's over here. Don't confuse us with your questions. But she's over here like, how many weeks are in a year?
I don't know. Can y'all answer that? Because I really don't know, honestly. All right, guys. Y'all have a great one. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.